Welcome to Nagaland TV, Sob Malang Awas. Viewers, mohan jane isna Nagaland Dimapur alag bank ase aro alag jagah idu bank branch alag ase. To idu isna ajwi ide Dimapur bi idu Punjab Sind Bank gone inaugurate kuri dishe. Aro idu inauguration du Rupin Sharma IPS DGP Taiwa aina inaugurate kuri dishe. Aro idu bank du location du ko desi kole du Burma game Dimapur ase. Aro idu Punjab Sind Bank du Nagaland de third branch ase. Ekta du Kohima de ase aro Dimapur de second branch ase. Aro dakan la bank du customer khan ge du customer service khan kinga de noliwi loan khan wi kinga types la ase noliwi tahan idu customer khan karni wi service kinga rakhina sila opori dia sawo aro sirwa idu inaugurate kura la wi tahan sirwa ki extend kushe bank khan ge noli general manager noliwi tahan idu zonal manager khan wa customer khan ge kinga approach kore ase noliwi tahan kinga du customer ge du tahan la bank la loan noliwi customer service khan kinga address kore ase lo opori dia sai sawo awi.
Firstly, sorry for being late. I was to start at 12:30, but had some guests. Came just at the nick of time, so I got late. Welcome to Mr. Saha to Dimapur, to Nagaland. I'm happy to learn that this is the second branch that the Punjab Sind Bank has opened in Dimapur. What I can assure you is that you will get good business. Dimapur has no dearth of investors and no dearth of people who have money. The only thing is sort of the banking connect of the people traditionally has been very low. Only people are sort of learning the modern banking methods now in Nagaland. Slowly with this UPI and all, internet banking, Google Pay, Phone Pay, things are picked up. But a lot of people are still happy handling the cash mostly. They don't realize that cash can finish, but in your bank, if you have money, you can use it anytime during the night also. So there is no dearth of business, but as I was mentioning to Mr. Saha, that sort of I have two old connects with Punjab Sind Bank, in fact three, if I can call it. One is that my parents still have a bank account in Punjab Sind Bank back home. Secondly, that many years ago, maybe 35 years ago, our house was rented to the Punjab Sind Bank branch in Dharamsala in Himachal. And I think the third character, which I think most people of my age will have, was that old times, 80s, Punjab Sind Bank used to have a very good football and hockey team. So I think most people of our age would remember that football and hockey teams from Punjab Sind Bank were very, very famous those days. Slowly things have not been to that level. Like banking has changed, other things have changed. But I wish this branch all the best. My only request and suggestion to the bank staff here is, but I personally experienced this not with Punjab Sind Bank but with other banks. Our banks are normally not very cordial to the customers. Yeah, people don't understand banking, and we don't explain things to them, how things can be made easier for them. End of the day, we think that it is just a job, a 9 to 5 job, and so the customers go back unsatisfied. So my only request is that when an ordinary customer comes to you, he has a problem. I think there are methods to sort out the problem. If you can sort out the problems, you will do better than the other banks. Well, not to malign any bank, but again, one particular bank, one a few branches, not in Nagaland, but in Delhi and Noida, I personally have had very bad experience. Okay, so when like someone like me can have a bad experience with a bank, I'll not name a branch, not the bank also. But then for an ordinary civilian, if he has that experience, then he'll never come to the bank. Okay, so I think bank is should be an enabler. I think you should get more people to invest in the bank. Well, you would want more people to invest in your bank, park money in the bank so that you can in turn loan the money to others. So this is how the banking business goes. I mean, if I put my money in the bank, you'll give me only 7% interest, but you, the interest that you take from a customer is 11-12%. So you would want more customers in the bank, and I think in today's world, I think most banks have the same facilities. Little bit of difference in rate of interest for fixed deposit and all will be there, but I think what is the clincher is good service. If the service can be good, I think it will help. Actually, I don't know how it works, but small things which can be suggested is like when someone comes to open a fresh bank account, if he has a smartphone, get your Punjab Sind Bank app installed and just teach him 5, 6, 7 steps how to use it. These are small things which help. I mean, and it doesn't take anything. He's going to be sitting there beside you for the next 10-15 minutes. During the time in which you do the paperwork, you can easily teach him something like that. So, like small things, service makes things better. Yes, Dimapur is a very busy business center, so you'll get business from everywhere. Just a bit of caution that I would ask the branch to exercise is these STRs, suspicious transaction reports. And I will not talk about everything else. I'll just talk about the money which is connected to drugs. Okay, there is a large inflow of drugs from Myanmar and Manipur and into Nagaland and Assam. A lot of people are sort of loaning their bank accounts for transactions. Okay, so I will not use my account because I know that my account can be checked or sealed or whatever. So I will use my friends or my family members' account. So I think if a bank is a bit careful about whether this person has the capacity of having a deposit of say 1 lakh or 2 lakh or 5 lakh, you will be easily able to check what is happening. So that is the only word of caution that I would want. Because ultimately the bank will get a bad name in the whole process. You are not involved, but this is how it works. You want more business, so you will want more deposits to come to the bank. But in the process, the others will exploit the same loophole for committing a crime. So they be a bit cautious. In other parts of the country, the STR limit may be 50,000 rupees. No? But in cases like Nagaland and Manipur, it may not be 50,000, it may be just 45,000 or 35,000 rupees also. Because except for established businessmen, paying capacity generally of people is low. So if you watch something like that, please do report that. Rest, I think your system will be in place. Another thing is like the fixed deposits thing for an ordinary customer. And even for government servants and normal employees, a lot of these things have fallen out of favor over a period of time. But I still remember that when we were kids, same age probably, our parents used to have those recurring deposits in post office and all, 10 rupees, 20 rupees per month. I think it still makes sense to have that recurring deposit of 1,000 rupees every month. I think a lot of government servants can do it. I again don't know the schemes, but like for example, like I did it for some of the staff who worked with me. So 3-4 of them, when they were blessed with children first child, so I said my wife, give him 1,000 rupees and say I'll give you 1,000, but you make a recurring deposit that every month 1,000 rupees from your salary you put. So like, when the child grows up to about 16, 17 years, he has a decent like 2, 3, 4 lakh rupees in his account. There's small things you can tell people. So rest is up to you. You are professional bankers, I can't. Another outreach program, I don't know how many branches you have in the rest of the state. Last 2 weeks I've been quite busy with the banks. First it was the Bank of Baroda which signed an MOU, then yesterday the SBI people had come up signing an MOU. So today I'm here. I think in today's world with the internet banking, UPI, Google Pay and all, you don't need to have a branch in every village probably or in every district or something. I think if Bank of Punjab Sind Bank can also do an outreach program, maybe going to the villages and opening a bank account which are associated with this parent branch or any branch. So you're just like empowering the people more. Then he can transact rather than keeping cash in his hand. Well, cash in his hand or in his house means chori bhi hoga, theft bhi hoga, other problems are there. Whereas it's in the bank, nothing can be done. So that's another request, suggestion. Then I have a request, if possible, which we are probably going to write to all the banks. You have CCTVs inside. My request is if since I'm here with the chairman, so maybe Punjab Sind Bank and also other banks.
So I'm also one of the oldest customers since our existence in Nagaland. There and I have an account there. Now I don't know shall I open up or not, but now the only problem which we are facing now is the short of staff. See, it is learned that 2 persons from that branch has come to this branch. So there was some problem and I have sent some documents, so they were unable to do the work. So they made a call to one of the officers who was posted here and the things were done. So my only request is to put more manpower in both the branches because that branch is suffering because of the manpower. Rest, all the staff is very good, very humble, very soft-spoken, down to earth, and they are very, very cooperative. As the DG sir has said, that some of the banks have got, some officers, they have got some attitude. In Punjab Sind Bank, I don't think there is such problem. Rest, sir, we showed from our side all the possible help in you bank, and I wish all the best.
I'm extremely thankful to our DGP sir for having consented to be part of this program. I know he has a very busy schedule, so thank you sir once again for your valuable time for us. And Punjab Sind Bank, as sir was saying, he has highlighted various points about the banking industry. They're all very true. Sometimes we, in terms of our services, we lack somewhere, but hopefully Punjab Sind Bank has maintained that standards where service is a way of life is our motto, sir. We don't say that things can go wrong in 1 or 2 stray places, but it will be our constant endeavor, sir, to keep our services to the best of standard, particularly to the common man. The way I think what you are trying to hint is how the common man can be better service through a banking system. So Punjab Sind Bank makes this commitment that we will be serving our people as our customers are God for us, and we will continue to do this service. Those who are not too much aware of the bank, Punjab Sind Bank started its journey in 1908 from the holy city of Amritsar. So it's more than 115-year-old bank, particularly prevalent in the northern part of the country. Now we are expanding in the various parts, including the northeast. In 1st July 2023, sir, our Honorable Finance Minister inaugurated a branch in Karimganj, Assam district, the border district of Assam. And now again, we are expanding in the Nagaland, in Dimapur. So it gives us even pleasure also to be part of the northeastern development that is happening. and we will, though we are looked at as a northern-based bank, we will be reaching far and wide into other parts of the country. So as of now, sir, our business is around 2 lakh crore business. We have 1,563 branches all over the country. In this Dimapur is controlled by our Guwahati zone. Mr. Lal is the zonal head. We have 32 branches in the overall zone, and primarily Assam, Nagaland, Tripura, Meghalaya, Arunachal, Sikkim, part of Northeast also. So these are some of the areas. Tripura also is part of our network. So we are very happy that we could be part of this development. And the other areas, as Sir was highlighting on the various areas of customer service and the law and order, will take care on all those important points. And it will be, I'm very happy that we were able to make this program. After all, we were trying to build a base in Northeast. We are not so much known as a bank in this part of the country. So hopefully, by our expansion efforts, more and more people will come to know about this bank. I'm thankful to the Gurudwara committee for having taken out their time also and be part of this program. Yes, there was, because anything new thing we try, new steps we take, there are certain teething issues on staff and all. I immediately came and understood the issue. I've already given the necessary directions to solve the problem, and Mr. Lal will be taking care. So I will be happily part of any development of Nagaland and the Northeast, and wherever we are, we can fit in, sir, in your any endeavors where we can think Punjab Sind, whether it's an outreach program, as you just said. We do credit outreach programs and normal outreach programs for promoting the financial inclusion schemes of the Government of India, like PMJJBY, PMSBY, Mudra account, Stand Up India, PMJDY account. So we do these efforts, and we'll be very happy to be part of this outreach program. I will advise my team here to look into that, to move into the areas where we can do more and more mass banking instead of a class banking. So mass banking is still important for our country. So and with the Dimapur city so vibrant in terms of activities, I'm very sure Punjab Sind Bank can contribute to this overall journey of the state. So thank you, and once again thank you all for being part of this program.
Tagline of Punjab Sind Bank, it says that where the service is a way of life. So for us as Punjab Sind Bank, we treat the customers like our God, and it is important that we give services to our customers in a way they require it in the way. So we do a lot of customer outreach programs. We try to handhold the customers. Today technology has become a big game changer in banking services. So you all know that how customers sometimes get duped in technology for no fault of their own. They get duped by certain people. So what we do is we do a lot of cyber customer awareness program where they are made aware of the dangers of mobile banking and what they should take care about. This is one part of the customer service that we are talking about. The other part is that we have some excellent products for the customers. Like we are giving the highest rate of interest in the term deposits. We are in a 444 days. We give at 7.4%. This is one of the highest in the industry. So we request all the customers to put their money in it's a public sector bank, so the trust is very high. So we expect that most of the customers will take use of these services. Moreover, we have the financial inclusion schemes of the Government of India, like PMJDY, PMJJBY, PMSBY, Mudra schemes, which are all for the betterment of the customers and the financially empowerment. So we will be providing those services through our branch here at Dimapur, and we also give we have some excellent retail products like home loans, vehicle loans, GST. We have excellent loan under GST scheme. We give loans up to 5 crores in that. So these are some of the differentiators that we have as a bank, and we have been very successful in the other parts of the country with this sort of products. So we feel that we should be in Dimapur, the way we are now expanding our network in the northeastern area, we will be able to give services to the people of Nagaland and the northeast people as a whole. Yeah, so this is the third branch in Nagaland, in fact. The second in Dimapur. One we have also in Kohima, and we are doing surveys in other parts of the state. And we expect that maybe 1 or 2 more areas we have a potential area very nearby this place where we think that things can be opened up there also. So we have some programs in Nagaland and in the northeast as a whole, and we continue to explore the areas. In the Punjab Sind Bank is primarily a northern based bank. So now we are from the northern belt of the country, we are moving far and wide, far to the northeast part of the country, and that's how the journey has been for this bank. So we have branches in Tripura, we have branches in Meghalaya, Arunachal, Assam, Sikkim, and now in Nagaland also. So we'll explore all opportunities to open more and more branches in Nagaland and in the northeast as a whole. Yeah, of course. See, we have ATM along with this branch, so every branch will have an ATM, on-site ATM. And if there are potential areas, we have taken a program all India basis to have 300 off-site ATMs. Off-site ATMs, I think what you are talking about, where it is located outside a branch area. So there are areas where we will be finding out based on our surveys and the potential hits in those areas. Will be I'll request the zonal office here to look into those potential areas where we can put in off-site ATMs. Yes, off-site ATMs is definitely on the cards for the bank. First of all, this point was a big problem a few years back. Many course corrections have taken place in the banks, including my bank also. And we have become much more aware of the problems of the ATMs. Like if you ask my bank, I can give you an example. We had around 800 ATMs at one point of time. Today we are having more than 1,000. Now we have added 200 ATMs, and in those 800 ATMs we had certain old ATMs which were not functioning. That's what you were saying, that because of the vintage of those ATMs, the ATMs were not functioning and customers were under inconvenience getting cash out of those ATMs. So we have most of them in our bank itself. We have replaced most of the old technology-based ATMs, and these are now newer ones that are coming. What we see here is a new generation ATM. That is number one. Number two, if a customer sometimes feels that his cash didn't come out and his account gets debited, he should immediately contact the branch manager. There will be a process where, and if he is from my own branch, there will be no issue, it will be immediately taken care. If the card holder is from a different bank, then there is a process, and the money will be credited back after a process. Sometimes what happens, in an ATM, amount is debited, but cash is not dispensed. This is some problem comes like this. In many times, means 8 out of 10 times, the amount is automatically credited back into the ATM, because the technology finds out that the cash is not dispensed, though the amount has been debited. So it has its own intelligence and it gives back the money very quickly. If still that doesn't happen, then you have to approach the branch immediately located with the ATM, and they will give you a form and all, and there is a process for that. And RBI has also come very strictly on this, that if there is a delay in returning back the money, there is a penal clause also on the behalf of the bank. So we are penalized. So we are very aware of this problem. So those are very big things you have said. Counterfeit currencies is a issue which is taken care by the Reserve Bank of India and the government. I think most of it has been, what we understand, and now it has come down to a large extent, but of course there can be stray areas where this continues to happen. The government is fully aware of it, and we have a process of checking the currencies which come to the bank. If somebody deposits cash in a bank account, we have a method of checking those, and if we find something wrong in that currency, it is immediately pointed out to the authorities. That is one way of looking into it. Second is that the other areas of what your other second point was on? Scams, yeah. See, the banks are in a financial system, okay. So financially, banks take risks. See, what does bank do? They take deposits from somebody and give loan to somebody. That is what the bank's role is. So we take risks day in and day out based on certain facts of a customer, based on his background checks, his salary capability, income capacity, and all that. So sometimes things go wrong in terms of the background checks. It is not that everything is done in a malified manner. Most of the things, sometimes something goes wrong, and there the banks have the process of taking action against the staff members if some malafide has taken place. As far as the scams, when you say on a big order, which has happened, I think now banks, if you see the banks as a whole, the health of the bank systems are much more stronger. The frauds have been much more reduced to a large extent. Whatever still frauds are happening are in a smaller scale. But yes, the banks continue to need to remain vigilant. They need to remain constantly on their toes. So and we have learned many things from the past, what has happened in the past. So learning from those past mistakes, we have improved our internal processes and made them so stronger that that things have got reduced to a large extent. But I cannot say that everything is 100%, but there will always be risks somewhere, someplace. So, but we have to be aware of those risks and we take all necessary action so that these sort of things do not impact the customer as a whole. The customer could be protected. And that's the trust of the public sector banks that customers have. That on the public sector banks. That's why public sector banks, in spite of so much of competition in the market, has still survived and going stronger and stronger. If you know that the public sector banks together last year has given a 1 lakh crore plus profit to the industry. Once they were at losses, today 1 lakh crore plus is the profitability. The NPAs are down, the gross NPAs are down, asset quality has improved, the banks are well capitalized. So now public sector banks are much more healthier and stronger. But we still need to be vigilant so that things do not go wrong in the future.
Nagaland TV, Sob Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter.